Okay, let's discuss the Big Bang Theory further. As the ancient Romans were saying, facta locuntur. The facts are crying, the facts are speaking to us. And one of the greatest facts against the Big Bang Theory is that this theory of expanding space and expanding universe breaks the law one more time of cause and effect. That is, that each event and each process in the universe always has consequences, has effects, and there cannot be no final event, final process, final phenomenon that has no consequences, has no effects. And that is the argument that says that actually when we assume, if we assume that space is expanding, that is that the particle, for example, that moves at speed 1 meter per second, for example, 1 meter per second, but when it moves through this space that is expanding, this particle goes through this distance 1 meter more longer than 1 second. That is the momentum of this particle is lost. That is the energy of this particle is like, looks like it was lost. That is that particles moving through the expanding universe, they lose forever energy, and energy is lost without any consequences. It is lost from our universe, and it also breaks the law of conservation of matter and energy. And if we say that expanding of the space is possible, then we must say that the contraction of space is also possible. But then two particles, they cannot possess one point in space. They cannot be in one point. And it means that they if space expands in this point, they start to push away each other. And because that's why we see the increase of energy, the increase of momentum of these particles in this universe. That is, energy appears in our universe from nowhere, with no reason, with no cause we see that the energy is added to our universe. This also breaks logic. Also, the authors of the Big Bang Theory saying this, that the energy is spent on expanding of the universe. They say, in other words, that energy can be transformed, energy transforms actually into space. That is, as quantum physics has discovered, matter can be transformed into energy, and then energy further is transformed into space. And then in the end of the ends, all matter of the universe is transformed into energy, and energy is transformed space. That is, all the universe becomes a big vacuum, big empty space with no matter and energy in it. So it's a total nonsense. And also, in such a way, the Big Bang Theory anticipates and assumes that there will be so-called heat death of the universe. That is, all the matter and energy is dispersed in space so largely, so considerably, that all the motion, motion of particles, all motion of quanta of energy stops, and there is there is begins heat death, and all the other evolution and all the other process in the universe stop at this moment. That is, but if this point, if this state of the universe, that is heat death, the absence of motion of energy and matter in the universe, if it was possible, if it is possible, then it would happen billions and billions and billions years before the emergence of Earth and biological life and our civilization. That is, we would not exist if that was true. So, if it was true, so it means that actually there are many mistakes, or some big mistake in the Big Bang theory, and it cannot be accepted yet as a theory because of there is no end in it. It's like we cannot publish the book without ending. Another point against the Big Bang theory is that the photon, particle of light, when it moves through at the edge of the universe at the speed of light further and further, it doesn't meet any resistance from vacuum outside of the universe, and that is, it can move and move further forever, endlessly. And that is, we see the example of the so-called perpetuum mobile, that is an endless engine, endless, eternally functioning engine. So it's also the break of logic, because we know that no endless engine cannot exist in our universe. So the other arguments against the Big Bang theory in the next video.